All right, guys, here we are working on Khan Academy, and we're in solutions to two variable equations. So our task here is to identify, given some multiple choice options, which of the following ordered pairs are solutions to this equation. And so we're going to go and go through this together. It says which ordered pair is a solution to the equation. Choose only one answer. So it's either going to be both, neither, or only one of them. And that makes sense why that would be the case. So first off, let me just take a look at the graph here with you guys. I like to do it in Desmos just because it's pretty easy and quick. I can easily go over here to Desmos, copy and paste the equation. This is the graph of that equation. This is the graph of that line. As you can see, I'll make it a little thicker there. Okay, it's a negative line, kind of a steep slope. There you go. And what they're saying is which of these points, which of these 2 points really, which of these 2 points is a solution? In order for a ordered pair to be a solution to an equation, that ordered pair, when plotted on the coordinate plane, so that ordered pair or that coordinate, whatever you want to call it, is it on the line or is it not on the line? If it's on the line, it is a solution. If it's not on the line, then it's not a solution. So when they say is something a solution, what they're really saying is this on the line? Is it on the line of this equation right here? In order for it to be on that line, basically what that means is when you plug in the x value and you plug in the y value, you end up with a true statement. Or when you plug in the x value, the y value over here will equal that other y value there, however you want to look at that. So for me, what I will do is just test them out algebraically. You could go to Desmos and you could go over to x is -2 and you could go look, and then voila, there's an answer for you. So there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to say that you're, cheating. That's fine. That's using your resources, being smart. But I do think you should know how to do this algebraically, where you're substituting variables in. So this is our x value. Oops. This is our x value. This is our y value. So we need to substitute -2 in for x right there. And we need to substitute 13 in for y right there. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. We end up with 13 equals -6 times -2 plus 1. Simplifying this equation down, you got 13 equals -6 times -2 is +12 plus 1. 12 plus 1 is 13. So we get 13 equals 13. So that is a true statement, right? 13 equals 13. I would agree that's true. What that means is that this one right here is correct. Now, that doesn't mean it's our final answer, because keep in mind, it could be C. It could be both of these. So I also needed to, and I should have made an X. I should probably make a circle so it's more positive sounding. This one right here is a solution. Now let's test out the other one, -1 and 7. So 7 goes in for y. -6 times -1 plus 1. Start simplifying this down. 7 gets brought down. -6 times -1 is +6 plus 1. And that's 7 equals 6 plus 1 is 7. So they both work. So it turns out that A and B are both true, which means that C is going to be the correct answer here. The correct answer is C. Both of those points are solutions. We know them to be solutions for one main reason. We plugged in the x, we plugged in the y value, and we end up with a true statement, which tells me that this would be graphed on that line. Let me go ahead and clear this out, and then I think I have to log back in here to, let me actually do this. Let me hit done, exit out of Khan for a second, and go back into it. All right, let's do a couple more problems just to make sure that you understand what's going on here. So what ordered pair is the solution to the equation? Your task, substitute some variables, some values in, see if you get a true statement. And that's the way that I'm going to approach this. So we got the first one, 3, 2. 4 times 3, which is the x value. Remember, x comes first, y comes second. Don't forget that. 4 times 3 minus 1 equals 3 times 2 plus 5. And from here, we can just start simplifying and seeing if we end up with a true statement. 4 times 3 is 12. And I'll bring down the minus 1. 3 times 2 is 6. And I'll bring down the plus 5. 12 minus 1 is 11. 6 plus 5 is 11. So far, A is correct. Let's test out B, see if that works too. 4 times 2 minus 1 equals 3 times 3 plus 5. A very common mistake that I would see with students here is accidentally substituting the X and the Y in the wrong spots. Make sure that you put the X with the X value, the Y with the Y value. 4 times 2 is 8 minus 1. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 5. So we end up with 7 equals 14. Now 7 does not equal 14, right? That's not correct. This one was good. This one's not correct. So it's not neither, it's not both, and it's not B. It's just going to be A for this problem. Let's do it one more just in case Khan Academy throws any sort of, trick at us. I don't think they do. I think this is a pretty straightforward section where they're saying, hey, is this a solution or not? And it's pretty easy for you to figure that out just by substituting some variables in and then doing some math, some algebraic calculation stuff. Let's go ahead and plug them in. So we have 5 10s. So 10 plus 5 equals 2 times x plus 1. Our x is 5, so 5 plus 1. 10 plus 5, that's 15. So we can get that out of the way. Following the order of operations on this side, let's do the parentheses first, right? 5 plus 1 is 6. So we end up with 2 times 6 in parentheses there. 15 equals 2 times 6, which is 12. Now that is not true. That's not true. I'll put a slash through that too. So 15 does not equal 12, right? Like that's a no-no. It's a bad idea. All right, let's try B. Go ahead and substitute in for y. We got -5 plus 5 equals 2 times -1 plus 1. -5 plus 5, that's 0, equals 2 times -1 plus 1 is 0. All right, do what's inside parentheses first. And 2 times 0 is 0. So 0 equals 0. Yes, that is a true statement. So B is the correct answer. Now, there may be some cases where the first one's wrong and the second one's wrong. And then obviously your answer would be neither. We did see an example where they both were correct. Again, pretty straightforward. If you did want to use more of a graphing approach to it, I suppose you could use Desmos. And I will show that to you just for the fun of it. If this is the problem, I could go over here and paste it. Let me get my markings out the way. Here's the equation. Just double check to make sure that it went in right. It was y plus 5 equals 2 times the quantity of x plus 1. Yep, it went in right. Just make sure when you're copy and pasting it over here, you do it right. And we were trying to figure out 5 10. Is 5 10 on the line? You could just go over to 5 on the x-axis, go up to 10, not on the line, not a solution. But what about -1, -5? Whoops. -1, -5. Looks like it's on there. Boom, -1, -5. There's your solution. So you could definitely use a graphing calculator. The reason I say don't do that is because I think that you should be able to do the algebra. I don't think that this is too difficult. You very well may have a teacher who says, solve this problem, in a classroom environment, no calculators. And that, in my opinion, is fair game. There's no reason why a teacher shouldn't be able to say, solve this without using a graphing calculator. It's not that hard to plug in some points. But at the same time, I think it's pretty awesome that you can use a graphing calculator and probably solve that problem in, 30 seconds. Time it out. Let's do one more problem. You tell me how fast I can do this using a graphing calculator. It just shows you how awesome technology is when you know how to use it. Ready, set, time me. You guys ready? You time me? All right. Ready, set, go. Okay, so I'm just going to copy my equation. Y equals 7x minus 2. Perfect. And I want to test out 3, 15. So 3, does it go through 15? That's 3, 15 right there. So no to the first one. That's not a solution. -1, -10. -1, -10. That does not look to be a solution. And I can zoom in some more if I wanted. It does not go through there. So my answer is neither. No algebra needed on that one. I just, Use my handy dandy calculator. All right, guys, have a great day. If you need any help on this, let me know. Hey, I guess all the other YouTubers do it. Go ahead and give this one a thumbs up and make sure you hit the bell. All right, there you go. I just had to say it. All right, bye. Have a good day.